One of the strange things about documenting yourself is you start to self-analyze, you start to think about like shit that you've done before. Like I have to go through my old videos to make sure like I'm not doing something the same, because I fucking forget. So I just like scroll through. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I might have mentioned this before on this video, and if so, you know, I wouldn't want to mention it again. I don't like to repeat myself. And then because of that, it always like brings up memories. Memories. So immature. I need help. I need actual psychological help. So it brings back memories, and as I was going over some things in my head and I was talking to people and I was like, oh, remember that time I did this, remember that time I did that. Other people were like, that's not okay, you're a monster. And yeah, maybe I am, but at least I'm fun, okay, I'm entertaining, you know, I do fun shit. Yeah, there are some things that I probably should regret, I probably should feel bad for, but I just don't. Like, I don't know what it is. You know, maybe this is a revelation that I'm incapable of regret or mercy or empathy. But whatever it is, I find it quite entertaining. And don't get me wrong, you know, I'm one of those people, I will say sorry if I feel like I'm in the wrong, but most of these things I just think are like funny. They're mostly from my like teenage years, my misspent youth. Good drag name. Yeah, I feel like I'm a very different person now. You probably will. You'll feel differently about me after you hear these stories. But you know, we're all here to learn, and maybe you'll think, no, I don't want to support that person. I don't want to support that person. And if that's how you feel, that's fine. You know, go in peace. Now is the end. May she go in peace. If you're not familiar with The Craft, get off my channel anyway. So for those of you that watch this and think, she's a disgusting monster, I don't want to support that, you're free to leave. And for those of you that haven't seen The Craft, I want you gone. So yeah, this is the video that ends my YouTube career. Barely started, let's be honest. Anyway, speaking of starting, let's get on with the video. Number 1. When I was about 14, maybe 15, I was at a house party and it was getting wild. Like, I was not the only one that was like really wilding out. There were a lot of people there and they were doing crazy shit. Me and one of my only straight friends, who I still am quite friendly with now. Anyway, we were like, oh, let's go upstairs in, I don't want to say the girl's name, but let's go in her mum's bedroom and like do something stupid. Like we were going to hide like an empty bottle in her bed so her mum knew she had a house party. But her mum already knew she had a house party. We were drunk, we were being stupid. So we went in there, and as I was like putting a bottle in the bed, like hee, I'm so hilarious, he was in the wardrobe. He pulls out from the back of the wardrobe a wedding dress. And I was like, oh my god, I need to put this on and like go downstairs and be like, look everyone! And we thought it'd be really funny. So I kind of put it on a bit. Her mum must have been like a size 6, I'm gonna be honest. And I'm not. I'm really not. Never have been, never will be. So I shimmy into it a bit and I was like, okay, that'll do. So I waddle out onto the stairs. He's behind me, like, we're hitting ourselves. We thought this was the funniest thing ever. So then he was like, oh, I think he'll go. I think he'll go all the way up. And I thought, that's funnier if I'm like fully in it. We're very drunk. So he just yanks it up and it rips. My ass blew out the fucking back of it. I'm like, oh fuck. Like the girl whose party it was, we were quite like good mates. So I was like, this will probably be fine. So I start to walk down the stairs going, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. And like making it really obvious that I've ripped this fucking dress, because I thought, you know, I don't want to deny it at this point. She's at the bottom of the stairs by chance. She looks, sees the wedding dress, sees the fucking massive rip, like it was hanging apart, it was fucked. Like this wedding dress was also like old, it wasn't like she was getting married the next day. You know, it's just an old wedding dress. This story is so bad. And she looks up and says, oh my fucking god, my mum's wedding dress, what the fuck, she paid $2 grand for that. To which I immediately responded, that's ridiculous, Why would anyone pay £2 for a ripped wedding dress? I know I should be sorry for that, but I was so funny. Like, to be that quick, I feel like I deserve forgiveness just for being like, boom, straight in, punchline, yes. And she wouldn't even, like, she kind of laughed at that. She didn't find it that funny. And then we just put the wedding dress back, and she didn't even like her mum. It was fine. It was fine. So to that girl's mum, who won't be watching this, guaranteed, I probably would say sorry, but would I mean it? You know, vote now, because I don't fucking know. Number 2. One Halloween, I went out clubbing with some of my workmates. Me and my best friend Amy, dressed as, like, plastic surgery victims. We had, like, bandages, over-the-top makeup to make it look like, you know, we were all surgeried up. It was a really fun night. I wore pads. You know, quite often I wear pads. I like to fuck with my body in that way. And I thought, plastic surgery, it makes sense. Anyway, we were out for hours and hours and hours, drinking and drinking, and, you know, nature happened and I really needed to pee. But the problem was I had nails on and I couldn't get my pads off myself. I could do the peeing part myself, but I just couldn't get, there were layers of things. And Amy was helping me. She wasn't there. So I stood in the smoking area, and every time I moved, it made me need to pee more. So I was like, I can't go anywhere. I was ringing and ringing her and my other friends that I was out with. No answer. God knows where they were. And it was horrible. And I just, in that moment, I thought, I've got enough layers on. Nothing's going to escape. I could just piss myself. So I did. I fully just urinated myself. Soiled myself? That's shitting, isn't it? No, I peed myself. I just peed myself. Just stood there and peed myself. And nothing came out. As I said, the pads were ruined. I had to throw those away. And all of my undergarmenty bits. You know, they were pissy. But I don't regret that. I'm not sorry about that. You know, it probably did affect other people's night because there was piss slowly leaking out of me and my undergarments. But you know, that's the price we pay. I looked amazing, so. Number 3. Speaking of my best friend Amy, we once had an argument in school, and we argue like really badly. It's hilarious. So, argument was done. She wrote on a piece of paper something like "friends?" or like "are we still friends?" and handed it to me, and we were in the sixth form block. This was in sixth form, so I was like 16, 17. And she handed me the piece of paper with like "friends?" And I was just so pissed off. I can't remember what we argued about, but she had like really fucked me off. And I don't know why, but my first instinct was to just get the lighter out of my pocket, set it on fire, and just drop it on the table and walk out. So I did that, and it caused quite a commotion. There were no teachers or anything there. It was just like everyone else in the sixth form block was like, "What the fuck?" It was like a tiny piece of paper on fire, but it created real like drama. And I just walked out and literally walked all the way home. I was like, I'm done with this shit. I'm not sorry about that. Amy once put a faggot on me. We argue really badly. We're awful. We're horrible to each other. So, you know, if you can't set your best friends on fire or put fags out on them, you know, are you even best friends? Number 4. I fell out with this guy in school. We were just calling each other names. It was like really stupid. But then we just happened to be at the same, we were like in the same friendship group. So we're at the birthday party of one of our joint friends. And everyone parked there, a lot of people camping there. I wasn't camping, I was like on my way to my lift home. It was like out in the country. My friends are bougie. So as we're walking down, we walk past the cars and there is this guy's car. And I'm with my 2 mates who are bad influences, who I don't speak to anymore, not for that reason. I was just like, I'm going to piss on his car. So they were like, yeah, we'll film it and send it to him, that's really funny. And I was like, okay, but don't send it until like late tomorrow so he's already got in it and driven it, and then realises I drove round in a pissy car. Like I didn't pee in the car, but I peed like all over the bonnet. And 2 girls filmed it. And yeah, that's probably out there on the internet somewhere. So if you're a sleuth, you could probably find that. But yeah, I peed in his car. I told it, you know, I made sure he knew afterwards. It wasn't like spiteful. I just thought it was funny. Number 5! A different house party with some different friends. Things got out of hand, as house parties often do. Like, you're teenagers, you're doing stupid things, you're all drunk. Me and a friend who will remain nameless, thought it'd be funny to just put a brick in a washing machine and then put it on and walk out. I later found out that it didn't actually do anything, like it just span around a bit, but the washing machine was like fucked anyway, so it didn't have like the energy to spin. But like we fully were ready to just like, fucking trash a washing machine. What is wrong with me and my friends? Like that could have been really bad. I was like, I think 15. I was 15 at the time. It's funny though. We still talk about that now. Number 6. For about a year and a half, my friend James lived with us, and he was like, of all the housemates we've had, he was probably the best. And he would do things now and again that would annoy me, and like, I don't know if this is like a straight man thing, but like, you tell them, don't do that, that's irritating, don't do this, or you know, that annoys me, and they just don't listen. So he had done something, I can't remember what it was. Looking back, it was quite trivial. But he did something that was like, okay, this is the last straw, I'm really fucked off now. So what I did was went in his room and put chili powder in the gusset of all of his underwear. And just sort of rubbed it in a bit, there we go. So then, for weeks later, he was like, have you changed the washing powder? Because it's like really itchy. And I was like, no, I don't know what's going on, I don't know why that's happening to you. And I let it go on for ages and ages and ages, and then I was like, oh, that's because you did that annoying thing, surprise. And he was like, that's really fucking psycho, like, why would you do that? And I was like, because you irritate me. And he didn't do that annoying thing again, so I was like, next time I'll do something else, like, it's repercussions. I feel like that, I shouldn't be sorry for that, because I was just like, parenting. That's not, if an actual parent did that, I feel like they go to prison. But like, for two people who were like, he's only like a month younger than me, I think, you know, I think that was just good training. I was like, straight boy training. I can't remember what he did. It was fucking annoying though. It's probably like didn't do dishes or something like that. Whatevs, yeah, chili in his boxes. I'd do it again. I'm not sorry. Number 7. The first time Lil ever came to my house and got drunk, she didn't get drunk, I got drunk. I think Lil was a bit nervous. It's like, you know, in a stranger's house essentially. Like we'd known each other a few weeks. But I got really drunk and we're like playing music on the computer and I was like, oh, let's play Hole, the Courtney Love band. And we started playing it and I was like, oh, I've kind of heard of Hole, but I like don't really know their songs. So I was like, oh my god, you need to, oh my god. So we sat there and Lil just silently had to listen for probably about 2.5 hours about my full knowledge of Hole, like everything I know, whilst I'm like playing songs in between. I'd play a song and then she'd try and talk and I'd be like, shh, no, this one's good, you need to listen, shush. That, I'm not sorry for because I was like kind of giving her an education, but it's a shitty thing to do and I probably wouldn't do it again. But like that, I fucking love Hole, I love Courtney Love, I love fucking Riot Girl, I love grunge. So yeah, I wanted to make Lil listen to it. But like, it is really annoying when you're in someone else's house and she was like, oh yeah, it kind of reminds me of this song, and I was like, no, we're playing more Hole. And she wasn't drunk enough to like get into it. Oh, I'm horrible. Number 8. Back in the day when I lived at my mum's, I had a single bed, normal, and Leanne was sleeping over, she was on the bed, I was just sat on the floor, there was like a pull-out bed, but I was like sat on that. And it was quite low compared to my bed, and Leanne was like dangling off the bed talking to me, and I wasn't really looking at her, but then when I turned, she was upside down, and it freaked me out so much, I just punched her in the nose. I punched my friend for being upside down, and I would do that again, because it was really scary. Someone upside down, like when you're not expecting it, like, you know, you're having a chat with your mate, and then if you turn around, their face wasn't the way round you expect it to be. That's terrifying! Of course I'm going to punch the bitch. Yeah. I definitely do that again. It was bad. I think her nose bled. It was really bad. Number 9! So we all know that I was in the Alpha film, blah blah blah, it was years ago, I'm fed up of talking about it. No I'm not. No I'm fucking not. It's the coolest thing I've ever done. Anyway, I digress. At the premiere, met Josh Widdicombe, and this story is on other videos, but it's so good I had to include it. I called him short. I fully just said to his face, you're really fucking short. And yeah, I know I'd do it again. I think it's really funny. Maybe I did ruin my chances at being on the last leg or whatever, but no, it was so funny. Yeah, so I'm not sorry. Yeah, I'm not sorry about any of those. I stand by all of those decisions. I really hate saying like and subscribe and stuff, but people keep telling me I have to do it. So please like and subscribe and share and do all that stuff. It really helps me out. But yeah, in the meantime, like, share, subscribe, go over to my Facebook and everything like that, and Instagram, and yeah, just stay up to date with me and support me because I'm amazing. If you don't like, share and subscribe, you'll be sorry. That was a bad joke. That was a bad dad joke. I'm sorry about that joke. I'll go now. Subscribe!